Okay, thank you very much. um, so hello everybody. Welcome to this webinar. My name is Mike Howells and I'm the European Product Marketing Manager for TopWorx. Today we're having a session looking at safety in TopWorx. So as with all Emerson presentations, and especially as I'm completing a presentation on safety, my first slide is a safety moment. Again, it's really a good talking point to start a conversation and find out with your customer who may be the responsible person in this area. The safety moment talks about considering not only your safety, but everyone's safety. Last week in Emerson, we had our safety day, and we were all reminded of the I own safety message. So if you see anything unsafe, speak up, or even better, you could offer one of the solutions from TopWorx that I'll speak about in the following slides. As we're aware, safety is part of every organisation. Even in our own organisation, safety is a big part of Emerson, as per the previous slide. But in large organisations, end users, and even small factories, safety is a big aspect of life. On this slide is an overview of the Emerson solutions to safety. So what we're targeting is known solutions to known problems. One of the areas to note is that we may not be dealing with your standard customers. So it's always good to find out who the correct person, and to do this, you may ask your own contact who looks after operational procedures, who looks after hazardous operation reviews. Is there a safety manager? Is there a safety process management in place? And some of these titles, if you look on the likes of LinkedIn and different places where you may have some of your contacts, you may look for somebody like the safety director, the safety manager. Some of the acronyms are E, H, and S engineer, which is environmental health and safety engineer. And also, although some aspects are targeted and known, like in our industry, the emergency shutdown valve is part of a safety instrumented system, TopWorx has targeted solutions in personnel safety aspect. So solutions for showers, ice stations, safety in confined spaces, safety machine guards, and that's just to highlight a few. So when we're looking at this tier, this is the safety, security, health and environmental tier. We're looking at solutions to mitigate risks, and risks are tiered in the safety triangle. So we start at unsafe acts, and then in the next tier we have near miss incidents, and then we have a first aid injury, and that's typically where an incident is dealt with on site with no days lost, which is an acronym that it's used. Recordable injury, which can result in a number of days lost from work, to the ultimate and hopefully the never occurring loss of life. And across on the right, what we can see is some of the classifications given to the areas of safety, and also where TopWorx can offer solutions. So on this slide, what we try and do is we try and give examples in humour of some of these tiers. So avoid unsafe acts. On this example, we show a manual valve and several people about to injure themselves trying to open it. So in this example, automated valves instead of manual valves can remove the risk. TopWorx have several solutions to offer here. Avoid near misses. This is where the danger can be visible, and personnel should be trained to see and avoid. And avoid major incompliance. Again, ensure safety instrumented systems are installed on critical applications. And again, this is an area where TopWorx have a solution. On this slide, we look at prevention versus mitigation. And so prevention meaning controls the risk of hazards due to a variety of causes. That may lead to a process safety or environmental event, and mitigation meaning controls the risk of a process. safety or environmental event that could escalate and cause severe consequences, and then this leading into a major event. This drives into recordable events such as lost time injuries and financial impact in the likes of fines. And especially in extreme cases, in the UK, we have authorities like the Health and Safety Executive, and they basically have the ability to shut down your plant in the event of a catastrophic incident. So again, you can imagine that leads to a lot of lost time in production, a lot of money, and ultimately they can shut down your plant. So we've all seen, especially in larger sites at reception or even outside, they have a big sign which gives a key performance indicators. So a lot of the times it's showing the number of days lost to injury or the last recordable injury. So these key performance indicators are a real part of operations. As plants are getting more efficient, lagging key performance indicators are thankfully the major ones. But plants have large funds to improve near misses, and they have to put preventative actions in place. So identifying these areas and solutions, a lot of time is never taken into consideration. A lot of time, sorry, is taken into consideration with regards to safety. So what we're trying to explain here is that there's a lot of money that these safety officers and other people have got, and they've got endless funds, and what they're tasked to do is really put things into place which can prevent these or work towards the near misses and the unsafe acts. So TopWorx have a lot of solutions to these problems. So without a doubt, the biggest area that we've had the greatest success and also proven in use data is the safety shower application. So in the safety shower and IWAS application, what we're looking to do is integrate into existing systems. This is a solution that gives monitoring and alarm back to a control room or another area to give a signal that personnel require assistance. We can retrofit this to a wired or wireless link, so we can offer a wireless solution. To give an example, basically we've got a lot of collateral towards this system. So in win leads, examples of high cost savings in installations, we have videos, we have battle sheets, we have iPhone and laptop applications. So again, if you find the correct contact as mentioned, they may have a large budget and a plan to implement improvements on site. So they're actually looking for solutions and wins in this area. So basically this could be a really easy win. This is just one of the modern videos we have. So we talked about the collateral, but as you can see at the bottom, we've got some links to older versions, and it just gives you an idea. And this could be perhaps if you're looking in a local area, you're looking to do a LinkedIn type of promotion, then this is a good message. So you can perhaps target some of your customers in a known area, and then a video is a lot more interactive, so it goes into a little bit of detail on the application, but it's not narrated. It just explains how we can retrofit to an existing safety shower. And it shows you how it works in terms of we've got a special designed bracket which fits onto the modern design of how these are actuated. So this is the safety shower example, and this is usually actuated by means of a lever connected to a chain. So as you can see, we supply all this as a kit number. So instead of having to specify different part numbers, we do actually supply a complete kit, which gives you a solution to this application. And we've also got a similar solution for what's known as the IWAS station. So again, typically these can be in the same area, but not necessarily, and there may be a slightly different design. And again, one of the features and benefits of this product is that it's suitable for a wireless application. And the reason it's suitable for a wireless application is because of the technology used in the switch. So actually, when the switch is actuated, it latches. Um, with our ASCO colleagues, some of you may be familiar with the NRV or the no voltage return aspect, or some of the water latching valves. So what that means is when it's actuated, it stays in that locked position until you come along and you reset it. And the way you reset it is similar to other latching methods, and that's physically coming to it and unlatching it. So as you can see with the latching application, what it does, it latches in position, and even when it's reset, what you need to do is come along and reset it on the other side, and then that puts it back into the clear position. The same again with the iWash station. And what we're demonstrating here is with their particular example, we can connect two signals to one wireless transmitter. So that makes it a cost-effective solution. And this is real-time solution. We've got lots and lots of examples, and we perceive it to be about 20% of the cost of a wired solution. And when you think about some of these applications, they may have been in place for 20 or 30 years. This safety shower may be several miles away from the control room, and to put that infrastructure in place just costs some money. As mentioned, there's a couple of links there to narrated versions of some of the safety shower solutions, not this particular video, but some older videos. But again, it just proves that we've got collateral in this area, and this one could be a real easy win. So again, moving on to the next slide, what we're looking at is personal safety. So we address the issues of access and entry points. So some of the challenges we face is in confined space or an access point. Personnel entering into this space without any notification. And in some areas, looking at pinch points. So the exact location of where machine guards have been left off, and with the potential of activating the machinery. And what we can do is interlock that. So you're putting personnel safety a top priority. Interlocking guards, and using go switches with wireless heart technology to transmit signals back to the control room, or a safety system to explain that it has been activated, or as you mentioned, even stop the whole activation with the introduction of an interlocking type solution. So in a couple of these examples, I'm not too sure whether this talks to it. So it's only a small video, but it shows you the application of how a machine guard would work. So I'm not too sure whether it was narrated in that example and you could hear that, but basically what we're showing there is an example of a machine guard where you might have operating machinery, or you might have something like a press. And what we can use is we can use this system to interlock either into a control room to say that it's the guard is off, or even into an interlocking system so that if that signal is not there, then the actual machine won't work. So again, what we're looking at here is solutions to known problems. So we've got an example there that could be safety gate. So when we're talking about safety gates, we're looking at the main entrance to a yard that should be protected, or where there could be hazardous. And also things like ladders. So if somebody pulls down a ladder, that may be an access point that only certain personnel are allowed to enter. or general sort of gates. Again, into areas, this might not be a security gate, might just be a general gate. So, it's giving you examples of areas where safety is important, and we have a solution within TopWorx to give a very easy and simple, cost-effective way of giving a return. So the next area that we're looking at is the control and emergency shutdown, and TopWorx have had lots of success and are proven in use data in this application. It's one of the main reasons that TopWorx and switchbox industry in the marketplace were formed. As previously, TopWorx never supplied a switchbox, and the Go switch was their solution. So some of the safety challenges that we face are manual startup, shutdown systems and devices, and reducing workforce, so manual operations can be challenging. The best to improve is what we're looking at is a fully integrated solution for startup and shutdowns, interlocks, safety control systems, smart response in smart networks, and safety instrumented system devices, so SIS devices. So TopWorx being at the forefront of the industry, we were the first switchbox manufacturer to introduce a partial stroke device. So we class this as an ESD switchbox, mainly used in emergency shutdown systems. So what a partial stroke device is, a partial stroke is generally used on a shutdown valve, and it's generally always in the open position. So some of the legislation requires that a system be checked for functionality, and in event of an emergency shutdown, the device will actually close to a closed position. And what the customer wants is to be able to do this without interrupting his production. So as we said, this can be on the main valve into a plant, and by shutting that valve down, you shut the complete plant down. And what that can give you, it can give you a loss in production, can give you a loss in time. And what this does, the emergency shutdown valve or the ESD device, it removes the valve off its seat, so it moves the valve to within 10 or 15 degrees. And what that does, it proves the integrity of your circuit, it proves that your valve is moving, but it doesn't really affect your main flow on the valve, so it doesn't shut down the valve. And this is very important. And within legislation, especially in the Americas, things like your insurance and the ability to run your plant with some of the governing bodies over there, they want you to demonstrate this type of system. So the alternative to this is a complete shutdown of a plant. And what you're able to do is you're able to extend that, what they call life cycle shutdowns, these type of events where they close the whole plant down to perform maintenance. But again, this is one of the areas where we excel. And because it's part of functional safety, it's still 3 certified, so it's a recognised Exceeder certification. It's available in DXS and DXP, and this shows you how it works. It's a direct interface, with a basic control system. So on the right-hand side, you've got the safety instrumented function, and then you've got the basic process control system. So, it's giving 2 signals to 2 different areas, and this forms part of your safety instrumented system or SIS system. So other areas where we look into provide information for safety applications are with the likes of advanced diagnostics. So within TopWorx product branding, we offer the Heart 7 advanced diagnostics on switch boxes. These have a number of alarms that can be set against whatever you need to assist you in your safety instrumented system. So we're looking at things like how long the valve takes to open, how long the valve takes to close. And what we're able to do is we're able to put alarms in place, again, to improve the safety of your overall system. So as well as Heart, one of the other areas that we offer is a protocol called Foundation Fieldbus. And again, within this foundation Fieldbus, we have advanced diagnostics. So like we had on the previous slide, Heart's a recognised just diagnostic system. And what Foundation Fieldbus is, it offers you advanced diagnostics and also the ability to operate and control the valves. So as well as feedback, it gives you operational advantages. So again, within the TopWorx product range, we have the ability to offer all these solutions. So that gives you an overview of what I wanted to suggest today. On a lot of these applications, we spoke about the Go Switch, and the Go Switch is a very unique product within the TopWorx portfolio. What I'm looking to do is present a smaller presentation in the coming weeks to explain the Go Switch in full. A lot of you may be fully aware of the Go Switch, so I didn't want to sort of go into too much depth on this application, on this presentation. But again, what I'm looking to do in a couple of weeks, maybe when the slot's available, is just a quick, probably 15-minute presentation, just to give the features and benefits of the Go Switch, what makes it different. But if anybody's interested, we can do that. Or if any of you know the Go Switch and want some more information, I've done a small presentation to remind you of the features and benefits if you're not wanting to attend that. But now I basically open up the forum. You can either send any questions in the chat, or you can get yourselves off mute, and I'm happy to take any questions if any of the audience has anything I would like to ask. Thank you. Right. So, okay. So, as I say, we're going to be on for the next couple of minutes. So, if any of you got any questions, you can ask them in the chat, or you can speak up. So, I'm just looking at some of the questions that came through. So, legislation for wireless safety devices is different from wired applications. There's no legislation as such for a wireless safety device. What we're looking at there is just a way of being able to send the signal. And again, we've got features and benefits in a wired solution and features and benefits in a wireless solution. There's no legislation or legalities that result into what method you use. There's just legalities towards the fact that you need to have something in place. So that's one of the good questions. Again, just mentioning on some of the points that come through, the safety officer, they can be very powerful. They have the ability to shut down plants as well if it's not safe, and their separate budget is quite large. So again, if you can get in contact with those people, show them some of these applications, or again with any of the TopWorx team, we're more than happy to come along to any customer visits, any presentations. I mean, obviously in this day and age, any WebExes or Zoom or whatever medium that you want to transfer the message in, we're able to do that, and obviously very willing and be thankful of any opportunities. Okay, I think that's covered all the questions in the chat. As mentioned, as with all these COVID-19 training sessions, we have a website where the recording is recorded. So if any of your team missed the presentation and would like to go through the narrated version, and also what we offer is the presentation. So if you wanted to take the presentation and amend it to your own local language or something, that's obviously we're more than happy to assist you in any way we can. Okay, so I think that probably concludes this presentation. Thank you all for attending. Thank you all for joining. As mentioned, reach out to us. I think Dave has put in the chat our TopWorx sales at emerson.com web address, which is our general web address. So any questions, any opportunities, go to that. Or obviously reach out to me, mike.hells at emerson.com. Any collateral, any information, any way we can help, then please get in touch, and please don't hesitate to contact any of us. So stay safe, have a great day, and thanks all for attending. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.